Streaming services are adapting faster than ever before, and a lot has changed for 2024. So in this video, I'm going to share my favorite streaming services that I think are still worth it this year. And just to be clear, every service I discuss in this video is one that I'm currently paying for and using on a regular basis. And unless something majorly drastic changes, I'll be sticking with these in 2024. So with that said, let's get started with the powerhouse, Netflix. With the seemingly never-ending price hikes and relatively slow drip of new content, I've got quite the love-hate relationship with Netflix. On the one hand, there's been a lot of really great content released on this platform over the years, so I've sunk a lot of time into consuming their stuff. On the other hand, 2024 isn't really looking like a great year in terms of the content they've got scheduled for this year, and they won't stop increasing prices, and it's driving me insane. At the time of this recording, and this will probably change soon, their plans start at $7 a month for their standard with ads tier, all the way up to $23 a month for their premium ad-free tier. Now, I've actually discussed canceling Netflix with my wife quite a bit over the last couple of years, but we ultimately land on keeping it around because my kids do watch a lot of Netflix. But I do think there is a threshold that if Netflix hits it, I'm going to have to cancel because it's just not going to be worth it to keep paying more and more and more. I know this video is about the best streaming services, and it kind of sounds like I'm not really recommending this one, but it is Netflix, and a lot of people are going to keep Netflix just because it is what it is. So while I'm going to remain subscribed to Netflix for at least the foreseeable future, it may not be worth the money in 2024 for most people out there, and you may want to spend your money on some of the other options we're going to discuss in this video. Okay, let's talk about a platform that doesn't really get enough love considering everything it delivers, and that is Peacock. At just $6 a month for the base tier and $12 a month for no ads, downloads, and local live channels, the service is actually kind of a steal when you look at what you get. Of course, you have access to classics like The Office, Parks and Rec, and Modern Family, and you also get access to NBC's latest shows as well. But honestly, the television offerings aren't really even what impresses me about Peacock. It's the collection of almost 1,000 movies, and what I like most is this section right here called New Movies from Theaters. Without Peacock, I'd have to rent or buy these movies at a hefty price tag, so I love that these new releases are included on this platform. So if you're looking for a service with a catalog of good television and a great selection of movies, Peacock is definitely worth considering. Next up, let's talk about Amazon Prime Video. Last year, I mentioned that this service is one that I often forget about because it's just included in my normal Amazon Prime subscription that I use for free shipping and all of that stuff. And this year, I'm here to say that that's still the case. So why mention this platform in this video? Well, I actually think there's some pretty decent potential this year with some upcoming shows such as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Fallout, and the next season of The Boys. That said, Amazon did tick off basically everyone by announcing they're going to start running ads on their platform unless you pay an extra $3 a month. And while ads are annoying, I was thinking about this and I'm not sure which is worse. A platform like Netflix consistently raising their prices over and over and over again, but never giving us ads, or Amazon inserting ads into our pre-existing plans, but not raising the price. So let me know in the comments, do you prefer to remain ad-free, but pay more? Or would you rather keep the same subscription cost and see a few ads when you're watching your content? So the question is, at $9 a month for Prime Video or $15 a month for the larger Amazon Prime subscription, is this service worth it? Honestly, it's up in the air for me. I think I can confidently say that if I didn't have the normal Amazon Prime subscription, I wouldn't pay $9 a month just for Prime Video. But with a catalog of over 26,000 movies and the upcoming content coming to this platform this year, I can definitely see why some people will prefer to keep this one in their subscription rotation. All right, this next one may not be considered your standard streaming platform, and I suppose that's true, but I had to include it on this list because I use it literally every day, and frankly, I love this platform. We're talking about Vudu. Now, I use Vudu as the home to my personal digital movie library, and what I love about it is I can share my Vudu account with my entire extended family, and they can enjoy my movie collection as well. Also, because I can redeem digital movie codes on Vudu, I can usually add new releases to my Vudu collection for around $4 to $10 a piece, depending on the movie, which I think is a pretty great deal. And if you want to know how or where I get my digital movie codes for cheap, check out this video I made here, which tells you all about it. Vudu also has a pretty great selection of movies you can watch for free. You just have to sit through a few ads. So if you're looking for a place to house your digital movie collection and not run the risk of your favorite movies being dropped from services such as Netflix, I strongly recommend Vudu. Okay, let's talk about Max, baby. I'm sorry. So with plans ranging from $10 to $20 a month, depending on your preference for ads, stream quality, and offline downloads, I think Max is still a great value in 2024. This year, we're going to get some awesome content with True Detective Night Country, The Penguin, and more. Plus, you get access to the legendary catalog of HBO content like The Sopranos, The Wire, Barry, Game of Thrones, The Leftovers, True Blood. Honestly, I could go on and on. The Night Of, that's one of my favorite series of all time, also on this platform. Honestly, the television collection here is really probably the best compared to any other platform in this list. It's just too good. From a movie perspective, Max offers over 2,000 movies and pretty regularly carries relatively new releases after they've left theaters. There's a lot of really great films available on this platform, so if movies are a big part of your consideration when looking at streaming services, you're probably not gonna beat what you're gonna find on Max. Honestly, this is a top contender for people who just want to carry one or two streaming services because of just how much value you get here. I think it's a massive bang for your buck with Max. All right, next up we've got Disney Plus and Hulu. I'm going ahead and including these both in the same section because Disney recently took full ownership of Hulu, and I think it just makes sense to go ahead and bundle these because you do save money compared to paying for them separately. Also, as the year goes on, I'm willing to bet the Hulu standalone service will probably just go away and merge entirely into the Disney Plus subscription. So first, I'll talk about Hulu. This isn't one I use a ton, but from time to time there's a movie or show on Hulu that I can't find anywhere else, and there's also usually a few shows per year that stream exclusively on Hulu, so for the couple dollars per month to add to Disney Plus, I think it's worth it. Now let's talk about Disney Plus. I do have 3 kids in my home under the age of 10, so we watch a lot of Disney and Pixar films, plus quite a bit of the Disney television offerings. And as my kids get older, I'm sure we're gonna dig into the Marvel and Star Wars libraries as well. That said, there's plenty of content for adults here too. I quite enjoyed the Marvel series WandaVision and Loki, plus there's some very popular Star Wars offerings with shows like The Mandalorian, Andor, and Ahsoka. We've been really happy with Disney Plus over the years, so this is going to be one we'll keep in 2024. All right, moving on to one I've been using more and more lately, Paramount Plus. You get the choice of 2 plans here at $6 a month for the Essential package, which includes ads, or the $12 a month plan for no ads, some live streaming, and Showtime. We're on the $12 a month plan and are using about an even split of children versus adult content. My youngest child watches Peppa Pig and a few other things on repeat, and I watch my favorite Showtime shows like Dexter, Yellow Jackets, and Billions, plus the pretty large collection of Showtime movies, which does include a good portion of recent releases. This is a service that I slept on for quite a while, but after using it for the last couple months, I can say that this is a pretty good platform for families like mine looking for a good mix of children and adult content. One subscription that won't let you down is this channel that you're watching right here. So if you enjoy streaming content as much as I do and want to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe. And now for my live streaming service of choice, YouTube TV. I've been using this service for well over a year now, and I've really enjoyed it. We use Google Family, which allows up to 6 Google accounts to use the same YouTube TV plan, which I think is just incredible because my mom, my brother, and I are all able to use this one plan at no additional cost. We're paying $73 a month right now, but they often run a deal like $22 off for the first 3 months or something like that, so be sure to check that out if you're not already subscribed to YouTube TV. Also, if you're a big NFL fan, you can add Sunday Ticket for an additional fee as well. Pretty much every night my wife is watching her favorite HGTV shows or reruns of King of Queens, and on the weekends I can stream my favorite sporting events. I also use the unlimited DVR to catch up on the weekly runs of Sunday morning news. Now, I've looked into all the live streaming offerings out there, and really they're all pretty similar at this point with pros and cons across the board. Ultimately, you'll want to look at everything you're already paying for and choose one that works best with your current setup and budget. Finally, let's wrap up with one of my favorites, Apple TV Plus. I've been pushing this service since day one, and I still believe they're putting out some of the best content anywhere, and 2024 is looking like it's going to be another great year for this platform. Coming this year, we've got the highly anticipated shows Masters of the Air, Criminal Record, Manhunt, and more, plus a few films including Argylle and the Pitt-Clooney reunion film Wolves coming later in the year. Apple has increased prices to $10 a month, but I still think that's pretty reasonable considering you get access to legendary shows like Severance, Ted Lasso, For All Mankind, Foundation, Silo. Really, there's just so much great television here. With their ever-expanding catalog of originals and what they've got slated for this year, Apple TV Plus is a no-brainer subscription in my opinion. So, which services will you be keeping and which will you be cutting in 2024? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.